malaki po yung cultural at saka historical bond sa pagitan ng dalawang bansa na yan. At for a long time, of course, ang Ukraine po ay kasama dun sa Russian Tsardom, no? Ito yung empire ng Russia. And later on, although nagkaroon ng independence ng Ukraine, for a very long time, yung mga leaders sa Moscow, ang tingin talaga nila sa Ukraine ay parang extension ng Russian Empire. While sa Ukraine naman, for a very long time, slowly, no, nagde-develop yung kanilang distinct sense of nationhood na meron tayong similaridad pero meron din tayong sariling lingwahe, sariling culture, language. In the case of President Vladimir Putin, isa po siyang intelligence operative nung nag-collapse ng Soviet Union, based po siya sa Eastern Germany noon. At para sa kanya, malaking trahedya yan para sa mga Russians dahil nawala yung kanilang pride, nawala yung kanilang power, na-humiliate sila. In many ways, ang ginagawa talaga ni Putin dito is parang gusto niya i-recreate yung grandeur, no? At saka yung moment of glory of Russia. At para sa kanila, the minimum that they can do is to make sure na yung Ukraine po ay hindi sumama sa European Union, hindi sumama sa NATO. Dahil marami ibang bansa na kasama dati sa Soviet Empire or Russian Empire ay naging NATO na, no? So wala na siyang magawa doon. Pero doon sa mga natira ng iba, Georgia, Ukraine, gano'n, ayaw niya na sumama yung mga yan sa NATO at Europe. At dahil dyan, nandito tayo sa krisis ngayon dahil gustong pilitin ni Putin na hindi na sasama ang Ukraine ever sa NATO at mag-promise ang mga NATO allies, kasama dyan yung Amerika, na hindi nila tatanggapin yung Ukraine. Pero ang problema kasi dito is hindi pwede gawin ng West yan dahil para sa West, sa kanilang charter, dapat free for any country to apply to be part of whether European Union or NATO. And in the case of Ukraine, dun sa saligang batas nila nakalagay na dapat sasali sila sa NATO down the road. Kumbaga, sino mag-adjust? Yan po ang naging crisis at problem ngayon dito at walang gusto mag-adjust kaya nag-sleepwalk na tayo into conflict. Ang North Atlantic Treaty Organization, ito itong military alliance na ginawa ng Amerika at saka kanyang mga aliado sa Western Europe noong panahon ng Cold War, no? So yung isang very distinct element ng NATO is yung collective security. So kung in-attack mo yung isang member ng NATO, you have attacked all of them. So pwede sila mag-respond. So for smaller, vulnerable countries, ang laking bagay na maging kasama ka sa NATO kasi poprotektahan ka ng mga pinaka-advanced at powerful countries in the world. At of course, dun sa mga Western-oriented thinking people sa Kiev, no, and parts of Ukraine, yun ang gusto nila, maging kasama ng NATO para hindi na sila bubulihin ever or ipe-pressure ng Russia, no? At of course, for Russia, ayaw nilang mangyari yan because para sa mga Russians, the moment na sasama ang Ukraine sa NATO, then baka yung NATO maglagay ng mga armas, ganon, doon on the very border of Russia at hindi na talaga acceptable sa kanila yan. So ang ginawa ng ngayon ng Russia is magpapadala daw siya ng peacekeeping troops doon. But for many, that's already an invasion. Russian troops entering Ukrainian territory. But of course, ang pinaka-fear natin dito is invasion all the way of Kiev, yung capital, at papalitan yung gobyerno. Yun yung fear natin. So malakas na po yung military ng Russia. Nonetheless, iba na po yung 21st century. Ang tinatawag dyan is liquid warfare. So hindi yung tipong maglagay lang ako ng tank dyan, sugurin ko yung bansa mo. May layers at layers yan. Gagawa ka ng special ops, no? Magpadala ka ng special forces. Cyber attacks, no? Political assassination. Maraming bagay ang pwedeng gawin ng isang bansa today to destabilize a neighboring country. Hindi yung kaagad na susugurin mo, no? If you do it in a stealthy way, mas mahirap dun sa kalaban na mag-mobilize ng international support. So kung medyo patago or patagilid yung attack mo, it gives you plausible deniability. Let's not forget na Russia po ay largest nuclear power in the world, no? So they have the largest stockpile. May nuclear weapons din ng US at may station din dito sa Europe na nuclear weapons. Ang France po, kung saan tayo ngayon, meron din sila nuclear weapons. World War III will not be necessarily like World War I and II kung saan harap-harapan yung mga higante mag-away. Kasi kung mangyari yan, wala nang matitira dito sa Earth. Because may nuclear weapons na tayo. It's very possible na in terms of conventional forces, walang laban ng Ukraine masyado sa Russia. So, kukunin ng Russia yung Kiev. Pero ang susunod na pwede mangyari is yung katulad ng nangyari sa Afghanistan at saka Iraq. So, I won't be surprised na down the road, yung proxy wars ang mangyayari dyan. Kung saan Russia can come all the way to Kiev, occupy huge parts of Ukraine, pero magkakaroon ng popular revolutionary resistance and bibigyan ng armas no, at suporta ng Amerika, mga NATO countries, yung mga Ukrainians na yan, no, para lumaban sa Russia. It's going to be a lose-lose situation. I mean, on paper, this is going to be horrible for Russia. Ngayon pa lang nag-impose ng sanctions ng US, right? At mga Western countries, UK, Germany has canceled its most important new energy pipeline project with Russia in Nord Stream 2. Horrible ito for Russian economy, right? And the Russian people are going to suffer. This is not. And if an all-out invasion happens of Ukraine, Ukraine has 200,000 troops, millions of people who might resist. NATO will support these people. Let's not forget that Putin got away with a lot. In 2008, in Georgia. The fear right now is Putin has been encouraged. But things have changed dramatically. And this is what Biden and the West are saying. Hindi mo pwede gawin yan over and over again. The thing is, for President Putin, this is a matter of his legacy, right? 20 years na siya in power. He's already aging. And for him, this is about glory. This is about strength and image of Russia. This is about putting Russia in the middle of global conversation. This is all about signaling to the West that Russia is still a force to reckon with. Una-una para sa atin sa Pilipinas, ang concern po natin yung mga FWs natin na lampas sa 300 dyan sa Ukraine. No? Gladly, yung ating Department of Foreign Affairs have been very proactive about this. We don't have as much direct trade and economic relationship with Ukraine. But yun nga if a crisis in Ukraine happen, pwede yan mag-boomerang yan. Pwede mag-spill over to all across the region. The rule of the jungle na po ang mangyari dito. Diba? If Russia can just go and invade whatever country it wants, then we have a rule of jungle situation. And us being a weaker country and US ally, we're gonna also worry about what's gonna happen to Taiwan to the north, ano mangyari dyan sa West Philippine Sea. So malaking implications sa atin yan. Remember, Ukraine is also where nagta-transit yung gas ng Russia to Europe. So this could also have a huge impact in terms of economies of Europe, no, at saka energy security in Europe. So sa Pilipinas, kita nga natin, mahal-mahal ngayon ang gasolina, di ba? Pwedeng lalong lumala ang sitwasyon. Well, we're still in the stage of 11th hour diplomacy. So ang hope po natin is hindi lang Europeans, but even China will exercise influence on Russia to prevent, to deter and discourage President Putin from going all the way out, which is invading Kiev and much of Ukraine. No? In the meantime, dapat proactive tayo. For a very long time, lumaki tayo na siguro ang perception natin, ay gulo, giyera, hindi yan sa Europe. Ang Europe, napakaganda. Diba? Ito yung area of peace and prosperity. Well, ngayon, na-realize natin, even Europe is not immune to that. That Europe is also vulnerable to the return of conflict and war. At yun po yung medyo nakakatakot na sitwasyon dito.